What's up, guys? Welcome back to Evolve. This time around we're going to be playing Maggie. I don't think I've actually done hardly any games on Maggie, so we're going to go ahead and do this. I tend to take, I think it's top speed is what I take because it's better at chasing down the monster. You can also get jetpack, recharge speed and stuff like that. Just good things for mobility since you want to stick to the monster as much as possible and get those domes up as Maggie. So we'll see how this game goes. Waiting for everybody to lock in. We're up against a Goliath this game. It looks like it's going to be a standard team unless the support chooses someone else, which I don't know who the support chose. He didn't actually lock in before the timer, it looks like. So yeah, going to be looking for a lot of... I don't know how good I was when I played this game, so I'm going to be looking for a lot of harpoon traps, though it's really important to be laying harpoon traps when the fight is going instead of actually shooting the monster. You really want to get harpoon traps down because it's the way that the rest of your team does better, basically. It keeps the monster off of your team so he can't deal his damage, and then it also locks him down for orbital strikes, for arc mines, for all sorts of things. So harpoon traps are really, really good. Obviously there are certain points where you'll want to switch out to a gun and deal at least a little bit of damage, but most of the time you're going to be wanting to throw out harpoon traps. So just waiting for the game to load. Alright, here we go. Alright, so it is Hank. It's going to be a standard team setup here. All the first level hunters. And it looks like we're playing on the dam as well. So when you're playing on the dam, you always want to tilt your head there and look down that river, because a lot of the times if the monster goes that way, you'll be able to see where they are exactly. And it does seem like he chose to go in that general direction. You can see I'm the first person just kind of trying to get as close, and of course I step into a plant. But yeah, you want to get as close as you can to that monster as quickly as you can. The plant obviously slows us down. Two people actually stepped into plants, one right after another. The plants are actually a static spawn, at least they were in the big alpha, so if you played a lot of the hunter you kind of got to learn where those plant areas are. So I found the monster. You want to ping the monster as soon as you can see it because you want to let the rest of your team know exactly where it is. And I'm not sure what this monster is doing actually. It looks like he might be lagging or something. I don't understand at all. It's really weird actually. Yeah, it looks like actually the monster disconnected, which is pretty unfortunate. The AI isn't terrible in this game, but it's not nearly as good as a player would be. He's taking way too much damage here. But he does end up actually downing me, which is pretty decent. And he doesn't have so little health that it's game changing, right? Like he's still got plenty of room to work with if someone connects into the monster at some point here. Which is really good about this game. They're really good about letting people connect into the monster and actually play the game from wherever the person left off. It's really good about disconnects, basically. The AI is good enough to get you to the point where another player connects in. I don't know if they're going to keep that if they ever do like a ranked mode of some sort, for like ladder ranking or something like that. I can't imagine they would let people connect unless they weren't at risk of losing points or something, because you don't want to, you don't want to connect to a game where you're the monster and you only have 1 bar health left, and then you end up losing points. I'm guessing the disconnector will probably lose the points, and then that person will just play it for fun. So I see the monster again, ping it for my team. Pinging is like your greatest resource. And I'm putting down some traps just because if he turns on me, I want to be able to backpedal, drop my dome, and not die and wait for my team to catch up. So the harpoon traps will help me be able to kite back through those and stop the monster from getting on me, if he decided to turn there. So Markov wants to kill off this buff. I'm not sure, I think that's dead already. No, it actually isn't. It's just really highly armored. So we get the clip size increased by 75%. That's pretty decent, but it's not amazing for Maggie. Maggie really wants to have cooldown reduction for the most part because you want those domes to come back off cooldown as quickly as possible. If you can get 2 domes in one fight, it's really good. But the monster shouldn't really ever allow that. Even if you have full armor as the monster, something to keep in mind is, like, even if you have full armor as the monster, it's better to keep your distance for a little bit while the dome's going, in case you get caught into a bad spot and you actually end up taking a lot of damage. You don't want to lose that armor too early in the dome. And also, if the hunter team smartly doesn't drop their dome when you turn on them, it looks like he's actually evolving right here as well. So I'm throwing the dome, and I'm gonna just continue to. Actually, I'm not throwing the dome yet because he's obviously can't move. But now I'll throw the dome down. But yeah, if the team doesn't throw their dome down right away, you don't want to let yourself get caught with no armor, and then they throw the dome down. There's a lot of different things that go into that. The orbital barrage whiffed pretty bad there. Just kind of knocked our team around rather than damaging the monster at all. Magic's getting caught out just a little bit, but should be fine, especially once some harpoons go down. You definitely want to throw those harpoons down in grass so the monster doesn't see them when he's walking up, but you know, you can throw them down anywhere basically. So I took a ton of damage there. I think I might have gotten hit with Leap Strike into a Rock Smash. So I'm at 2 down penalties, which is actually pretty bad. Definitely not what you want to be happening. He did manage to get stage 2, and unfortunately the jetpack recharge is good. The engineer, the what do you call it, support, wasn't in range for an orbital strike right when he was evolving, because that's like the best time. Is because he's stationary, he can't move, so he's going to take all of that damage. But unfortunately, he was just a little bit too far away, or maybe he, I don't know, he was probably just lagging behind a bit. Didn't get that orbital strike down, and then ended up missing it. That's the best part, though, if you can catch the monster when he's evolving and getting that orbital strike down, which is actually why I like to play support more than almost any character, is because he's got the highest damage dealing ability as the support. It's pretty nice if you can use it correctly. It's really effective. So I'm trying to see if I can possibly get him caught in this dome, but I'm not sure exactly where he is. It looks like he's got stuck here, so I'm gonna end up getting a dome on him, which is good. He wasn't able to climb that wall like he wanted to as quickly as he wanted to, so. And you can see that harpoon just like keeping him in place for a really long time. Anytime you see that as support, you want to go for it. Usually you want to go for it if there's 2 harpoons connecting to him. But if the monster doesn't turn right away and you're noticing that maybe he's not the best monster, you can definitely go for it earlier. Because right now he's just trying to get away from that harpoon, and he could have done that orbital barrage a bit earlier, but you know, it's okay. Normally you want to turn on those harpoons and kill them as quickly as possible, rather than just try to jump away from them. They will break eventually, but it's definitely quicker to turn around and either fire breath them or just to auto-attack them once and it'll break. So he's taking a ton of damage here. He's not doing a great job of staying out of fire.
I don't think he knows how to climb.
And yeah, it looks like he doesn't know how to climb there. So you get a lot of these games where the monster might not quite know how to play yet, or the hunters might not know how to play yet, and this is one of them. But I mean, it still did okay. You know, he still did alright. He got me on 2 down penalties. I think a couple of my teammates had 1 down penalty. But for the most part, a pretty straightforward game on Maggie here. So again, I will wait and watch the replay play out, and then I will end the video. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.